Watch this. We're in a full team time trial, flat out. We catch another team, and instead of dropping back, they ride straight through our train. This is not fair and it should not happen. It breaks our rhythm and it crosses the line. So I want to know what you think. Should this team be disqualified? Watch the full race and then tell me in the comments what you think. So, ladies and gentlemen, Zwift Racing League Red Line Rally and race 4 already on the Rulma Pool track. A team time trial today, and as you can see it's not that flat because we start from the start pens and then it goes up immediately. We start with the Petit KOM, and we have to do it 2 times. In between you have 16 kilometers, 17 kilometers of quite flat terrain, but as you can see 2 times a Petit KOM, 3 kilometers at an average gradient of 3.4%. So that will not be so easy, especially at the end, because you have to end with 4 riders. So that will be quite hard. And for our lineup today we had Matthias, Michael, Maarten, Frans, Yves and myself. I think we could start calling ourselves the M&M Club with all those M's in those first names. And I should also apologize, I forgot to start the record button at the beginning of the race, so that's why we entered the race after 2.3 kilometers, just in the beginning of the Petit KOM climb. We did a very good climb because, as you can see, we started 1 minute behind the team in front of us, and after the climb the gap was only 10 seconds. So we were quite close to close the gap on the team in front of us. So very good effort we did on the first climb, on the first Petit KOM. We decided to stay together because, as you know, between the 2 Petit KOMs in between of them there is 16 kilometers of flat terrain, and then of course you can use those 6 riders. And as you can see, the team in front of us has only 4 riders, so we have a big advantage here on the flat terrain, especially with the aqueduct still coming. So this is really a big advantage we have here on the team in front of us, and I think we will start pushing now to close the gap on the aqueduct KOM, because there it's a little bit of a bump where you can put out the wattage and close the last gap here. So as you can see, just before the aqueduct, the finish of the aqueduct KOM, we close the gap on the team in front of us. And of course this was a very big boost for the morale. And yeah, normally when you pass a team you should expect sportsmanship. Normally when you're in a team time trial, when you pass a team, they can stay behind you. Normally they should stay on a little gap, they should leave a little gap between the 2 teams. But what happens here was really outrageous, really not an example of sportsmanship, and it really started to annoy me. As you can see here, they already start to break up our line, they start riding between us, and that was really annoying us. It was not good for our focus, not good for our draft, really not an example of sportsmanship, and I think this team should be disqualified for it. I'm really curious what you think about this. Let me know in the comments what your opinion is. And for us, this time trial was really important because we were only, I think we were before this race 10th in the league, and we know a time trial is one of our specialties. We are always able to give a good performance during a team time trial. So for us this was a really important race to gain maybe some places in the league. So that's why it started to annoy us. Of course we were in contact over Discord. We said to each other, okay, this is really annoying, but stay focused. We still have the Petit KOM coming at the end, so they will not be able to follow there because they have already lost a minute in the beginning of the race on the climb. So okay, here is where we started to get our focus back and to start thinking about the climb and to stay focused, to stay in the line, to stay in the draft. And but of course this is not helping during a team time trial. The team is always coming riding in between the line of your team. Really annoying. I was really angry about it, but okay, from here on we have to start focusing again, and that's what we did. So hopefully we can still have a good climb on the Petit KOM at the end, the last 3 kilometers. So let's see what will happen and where we end in the race. And to be honest, I didn't know what to expect on the last Petit KOM, because in the beginning of the race, in the first climb, I really didn't feel so good. I had difficulties to follow the other teammates, but normally, in this setup, I think I'm maybe the third or fourth best climber of this team setup. I know that Maarten and Frans normally are not able to follow me on the climbs. I know Matthias is a good climber, Mike is a good climber, and Yves and I are kind of the same level. But as I didn't feel so good on the first Petit KOM, I didn't know what to expect. Of course, I also know that I'm kind of a diesel, and that after some kilometers I normally get in my rhythm. So yeah, as we had to end with 4 riders, I was really not sure if I would be able to do it. So let's see what will happen in a few kilometers. So already 5 kilometers from the finish line. Today it was quite a short race, 26 kilometers only, and of course 2 climbs, and then the rest of the race quite flat. So yeah, the race passed quite easily. So I think we will go under 40 minutes. So a very good team time trial, good effort from the team. And here it was Maarten saying over Discord that he really felt not good anymore. He was quite empty here at the end of the race, and he said, okay, I will pull still a few times, but then afterwards, when this climb starts, I will have to drop. So yeah, that's a very good effort from Maarten just before the climb to help us out, and now it's up to us. And then here we are already on the climb, and then Matthias really started flying off together with Michael. I already saw that Frans was from in the beginning already in difficulties. Also Yves had troubles following from the beginning. So, and you see here that I as well had to drop. I have to leave some gaps on Matthias and Michael. So at a certain moment I had to shout, hey guys, you have to stop because now it's going too fast. We have to stay together because we have to end with 4 riders, and that's when Matthias dropped the wattage a little bit. We were able to follow till the end, so we were able to end the race with 4 riders. Also Yves did a very, very big effort to stay close to Matthias and Michael, who are here obviously the best climbers. But we did a very good performance, stayed together, and still put out a really high wattage. It was still a very good climb, and as expected we will end the race under 40 minutes, and I'm really curious what results we will have and at what position we will end the race. And we pulled off a good performance, middle of the pack, 7th in the race. So not so bad for our team, and we were quite happy with this result. And thanks to this team time trial, we were also able to gain 1 place in the league table. So now we are 9th in the league, and this gives us a lot of perspective for the next coming races. And did you know that roule ma poule is actually a French saying for let's roll? But poule also means chicken in French, and I've hidden an Easter egg during the race. I'm really curious if you have seen the Easter egg. Let me know in the comments at what time you have seen the Easter egg. I'm really curious if you have noticed it. Thanks for watching, see you next time.